Because I've been spending more time indoors recently, there's going to be quite a bit of focus on food for this video. Hey there, thanks so much for stopping by. We are in March of my favorites in Japan, and I'll be sharing with you things during the month of March that I particularly enjoyed or that I discovered and came to be my favorites. And because this is a series, if you haven't seen January or February yet, I will provide a link to those videos in the description. And if you're in Japan, perhaps this will give you some ideas on what to look out for, or perhaps you'll discover something that you'd like to try. And since Japan has just started to get into spring, it's still very much sakura season at the moment, if not on the trees, but definitely in stores and restaurants. And of course, I still continue my love of sakura, or all things sakura, and I discovered something in the chain of Muji. You've probably heard about Muji or come across one because they've been popping up stores in a bunch of major cities all around the world. And what it is that they are a home and living type of store, in where you can not only get clothes, but also stationery, things that you can put around your house, decorations, interior design. And what I love about Muji is their food. They have their own brand of food, and that of course includes snacks. And one of their most popular snacks to date has been bamkuchen. And bamkuchen is a type of cake, and at Muji they cut up the bamkuchen so it's sold as sticks. And they have a ton of different flavors, and their price range is pretty decent for bamkuchen, especially one of that size. And it ranges from 150 yen to about 200, no more than 300 yen. And because it's sakura season, they released a very special flavor, sakura bamkuchen. It's a very pink cake, as it should be because it is sakura. I want to say their staple is the banana flavored bamkuchen. I've tried so many different flavors over the years, and honestly none of them have disappointed me. It's really up to preference, but they are all equally of good quality and of good flavor. Muji is well known among the locals for being of high quality. And if you do have allergies, what's nice about Muji food items is that they do list the possible ingredients that could cause allergies on their packages. So this contains wheat, eggs, milk, and soybean. So if you're allergic to any of those things, you can be made aware of them by just simply looking at the packaging, and it is easily understandable because it is written in English. That's one of the very rare things that you can find at Muji. Not many packages have that written in English, actually. In terms of calories, a bamkuchen is a cake, so you can expect it to be on the higher end. And on top of that, it is a layered cake, so the calories of a bamkuchen usually goes around 300 calories. That is like the average range, 300 to 400, and it's definitely one of those afternoon tea time snacks between lunch and dinner kind of thing. I wouldn't recommend to be binging on something like this, especially given the size of the cake, but it is rather filling, and I've never really found myself wanting to eat more than two. If you do have a chance to stop by a Muji, definitely check out what flavors they have for their bamkuchens. They often like to switch out or stock up on new or seasonal or regional flavors. It's definitely worth looking into their snack section, especially if you're in for a long train ride. The next foodie I want to share with you is this apple pie cookies. Now this is not Japanese in the sense that it's not made in Japan. This is actually made in the Netherlands, so I'm kind of like stretching it a little bit. What makes this Japanese is the accessibility or the availability of this particular set of cookies. As far as I know, you can only find these cookies at an import store chain called Kaldi. Japan loves imported goods, especially snacks from Europe. And this is like a combination of two of my favorite things, apple pie and cookies. I have never come across this anywhere else besides Kaldi. And as I mentioned before, Kaldi is an import store, and what they do is they feature a lot of items from overseas. So if you're hankering for something that is non-Japanese, especially that of the European variety or even North American variety, Kaldi has a variety of sweets, perishables, drinks, beverages, dips, chips, so many things, and it's very interesting to see the kind of things that you can find there that caters to the Japanese tastes and what it is that Japanese people like in particular about things from overseas. And the last foodie thing I want to share with you is not something I have on hand right now because it's usually what I eat on the way home from work, and that is hash potato. Hash potato from a convenience store in particular that of 7-Eleven. Japan's hashed potato is a little different from your regular image of hashed potatoes. First of all, they are not in cubed form, so they are not like bite-sized, nor are they like a fried mashup. They are more flat, very similar to that of the McDonald's hash browns. They call it hashed potato because maybe copyright issues. I've also tried the hashed potatoes from Family Mart, which is another convenience store chain in Japan. Even though they look nearly identical to one another, the taste is vastly different. 7-Eleven's hashed potato is far more superior than that of Family Mart. Not only does it maintain the crunchy texture over time, but it also tastes better. On top of that, 7-Eleven's is cheaper than that of Family Mart. The cost performance is therefore much greater for the 7-Eleven hashed potato. So if you're hankering for a fried potato and you're not anywhere near a McDonald's or a Burger King or a Wendy's, stop by a 7-Eleven and try out one of their hashed potatoes. And the last favorite I want to share with you for the month of March is a drama. It is not a Japanese drama, it's actually a Korean drama, and you could designate it as a Japanese favorite because I am subscribed to the Japanese Netflix, and it's been consistently ranked on the top 10 of the most watched show on Netflix Japan. And that K-drama show is Crash Landing on You. Chloe is my very first Korean drama. Chloe is, by the way, the acronym for the title of the show, Crash Landing on You, and it's been gathering a lot of attention in the past 2-3 months recently. I just found out about it this month, got on board, binged it in 2 weeks. Yes, Chloe popped my Korean drama cherry, and my heart has never been so filled from a drama. And I say this after having watched like soap operas from North America, from having watched J-dramas or Japanese dramas, Taiwan dramas. Korean dramas are so different. The level of emotion, it's a lot more raw, definitely more intense, especially in terms of heartbreaking scenes, and I'm so hooked. I'm so pleased that Chloe was my first foray into the Korean drama world. I'm not a stranger to Korean culture. I've been into K-pop for like the longest time, for the past 2 decades of my life. I was even in a dance club that did a lot of dances to K-pop songs. But Korean dramas shed a different light on Korean culture than you would associate with K-pop. And I'll just briefly go through the premise of Chloe. It's very much a Romeo and Juliet-esque type of Korean romance drama in which the guy is from North Korea and the girl is from South Korea. She happens to crash land in North Korea through a paragliding accident. And so the main romance is built up between those two leads. But there's also a great supporting cast, and it's not only just romance that is featured in this drama, there's also friendship, loyalty, camaraderie, family, obligations, power dynamics. There's so many things that just moves your heart here. It's heartbreaking on so many levels, not in just a negative way, but also in positive ways. I have never felt so many things in such a short amount of time. A lot of the times I find myself like, I have all these emotions and I don't know what to do with them. And this has recently been ranked as one of the top watched Korean drama on cable TV. So if you haven't yet seen a Korean drama and would like to try it, or if you have yet to see one of the most talked about Korean dramas in history, why not give Crash Landing on You a try? It's on Netflix. Happy binging. So those are my favorites for the month of March. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, and if you've seen Crash Landing on You, I'd love to hear what you thought about it. Thanks so much for spending time with me. Be aware, be careful, and be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.